calm, but whenever leaders start getting around to these lap cars, you're going to see some impatience.
Well, you guys talked about patience, and it didn't take long. Oh, hard crash. The 47 car of John Wood. Also involved is the 34. Whoa.
We're going to see that one more time, Jerry. It looks like the car just hung a dead right, like a suspension failure or something like that.
I didn't know what to say there. I've never seen one do that.
Look, the car just hangs a dead right. That is very strange. That's like almost a steering wheel came off or something.
Well, you can't even turn it that abruptly into the wall. Like something just snapped abruptly. And there was nowhere whatsoever for Brent Sherman to go. The North Barrington, Illinois driver, as we are under caution again. The first time today here on lap 7. Hard impact by John Wood, and then Sherman in the left side. Back in a moment. Ready to go back to green at Bristol. Whoa, trouble on the racetrack down in turns 2. Keselowski involved.
At least on the 23 car.
Let's watch him now sailing into turn 1. There's Dale Earnhardt Jr. behind Casey Kane, and right into the back of the 38, Jason Leffler.
This is a typical accordion effect. Somebody in the front just bobbles a little bit, and it all stacks up. The reaction time is just so much less as it stacks up behind.
A little bit farther forward in our replay, though, it looks like the 38 got awful close to the 23. 23 had to get out of the throttle, keep from hitting the 10 car of Blaney. Jason Leffler got into it, and this is just a classic Bristol chain reaction. Nobody's fault, just all got jammed up getting in the corner.
Well, caution now being shown here on the high banks of Bristol for the second time. An accordion accident in turn 1 involving Leffler, Keselowski, and others. Back with the green in a moment.
Well, you can tell Carl put a lot of pressure on him. Didn't rough him up too much. He gave him a little shot in the center of the corner and said, hey, I'm here. I want big wreck. Going to turn 3, Jared. Big crash.
Marcus Ambrose, the rookie driver from Australia in the 59 car. That's the other Wood Brothers JTG racing car, the team car. J.J. Yaley involved in the 1. As we now have caution for the 3rd time today. And heavy damage. And you would think on a short track.
Let's take a look at this replay, Andy. 38 way down on the apron. That's not where you need to be. Slides up. And as they exit, just gets a little piece of the 59 car of Marcus Ambrose. Now, he gets a little payback himself right there as his left front fender catches the 38 of Leffler. Now, getting down on the apron on the flat, wide open going at the corner is not the place to be either.
No,
so
you're just asking for trouble if you're racing on the apron at Bristol. And this 38 team has had a rough couple of weeks too. They crashed really hard in California. He hit really hard last week at Atlanta, and now they've torn up another car. So these guys need to be thinking about being a little more patient.
Patience is the key word, because you want to take opportunity. If you see the door open up here at Bristol, you want to jam your nose in there, because you don't want to be one of those guys getting.
As they are running in 12th and 13th positions.
Already these guys are having to deal with lap traffic.
And a record for 3 and 4. Car on the bottom, cars up high, backing down, cars up high, cars up high. Caution is out, so come on around here.
That was the 14 car of Kyle Krisilov's Clever Girl baking powder machine. Let's see if we can see again what happened to Kyle riding on board with Kevin Harvey.
Looked like he just lost it and slid up into Stephen Wallace, who was trying to pass him on the outside.
Looking back at turn 4, there he goes around. Stephen tries to go to the high side to get by him, and up comes Krisilov.
Yeah, that's just a bad luck right there. He just almost made it, but there's a lot of dirty part of the racetrack after rubber, oil dry.
11.
Yeah, I've been watching his lap times. He has been one of the fastest cars on the racetrack.
Man here, backing down, stay low.
And our leader goes around.
Roll. We're fine, roll. Outside.
And that will bring out caution for the 5th time. Kyle Busch. Kyle Kyle Busch goes in, and the car just starts to get out of shape there as he tries to go beneath the 21 car.
Yeah, I can't really blame that on Cleaver. It looks like Kyle got in there, got sideways, and when he got loose, he had to get out of the throttle, and he got run in from behind.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to maybe be able to save it, but then he gets just a little nudge from the 16 car.
As you see,
he got Kyle Busch around.
Yeah, his left front tire got on the apron. It looks like it knocked him sideways. You can get on the apron here. On exit, a little bit, but on entry, right in the center, that's what turned him around. Right.
Those used tires, his car slips high. Carl Edwards, Kyle Busch and company go underneath him and go sailing down the backstretch. Now, as they come out of turn 4, there's going to be some pushing and shoving. Oh, the 77 car just gets sideways, gets a little bit of a nudge. That's Bobby Labonte.
Bobby Labonte's coming down the straightaway dead sideways. They start piling up behind him like crazy. Almost 10 cars are involved in this thing. It was melee. That's a chain reaction.
Back it down, back it down, back it down.
Dave Blaney, Johnny Sauter. That's the 10 car of Dave Blaney you were riding on board there with. Watch again, Johnny Sauter to 28 in the back of Jason Leffler.
That's a good illustration of the accordion effect. You see how one car just starts stacking them all up, and not enough reaction time.
And there's just no room for anybody to go. The whole racetrack's blocked. The 16 car drives under the back of the 66. 66 cars and 88 is Shane Huffman.
Spotters can't even help you with this kind of thing.
Once you're in smoke like that and everybody's checked up, it's just
you see how fast it happens. It was just bam,
There's
bam, bam.
nothing going on. The whole entire racetrack's blocked. That's the problem.
So a dozen cars involved. 6 cars have damage as a result of this 6th caution flag in a couple of years. But Rusty, you know, he had the best car. Trouble as Kyle Busch is our leader, but we have an incident over in turn 2 involving the 88 car of Shane Huffman.
Here, but he'll end up moving this 4 car if he doesn't give him the lane.
This is one of the Richard Childress-owned cars, and Andy, just as you said he's going to move him. Exactly, it happens, and that will bring out.
Yeah, I thought that was about as far as the patients were going to take it.
And you made the call, Andy, and I think he heard you.
Jerry, when you're
Come right down into me.
All right, we are under yellow now for the 8th time this afternoon. Contact between the 4 of Regan Smith as we will head back with a green flag, Kenseth. And now he will set his sights on Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch, who are in 2nd and 1st. And David Rudiman spins it around his Toyota, tags off the inside pit wall.
Gonna need a radiator and stuff.
Hey,
drive right into
that car yet. Looks like it's pretty dry. Let's take a look at this replay. Yeah, Bobby Labonte looks like he might have been trying to make a low line to get around the inside of him, and this gets into the 99 of Rudiman. Because I can tell you one thing I know about Bobby Labonte, he's not a rough driver. I know he didn't mean to do that on purpose.
Yeah, Jerry Baxter and his crew, the crew chief on this 99, are going to have to do a little work in the pits to get this car back out. It's like Dave Rudiman had his hand up.
On the front straightaway.
And you see the sign they put on the dash there for David Rudiman, don't beat yourself.
You see him laying on.
Whoa, here goes Busch.
60 just turned it. Roll. Inside.
Watch again. There is the 5 car. Let's see what's going to happen. And he's trying to get, and actually the 60 and 17 stacked up behind him as they were trying to slow down while the 12 is trying to get by Mike Wallace.
It's that typical Bristol stack up. One little bobble in front, and all these guys can't react quick enough.
Mike Wallace.
Stand behind you. Don't let him wreck you. Don't let him wreck you.
Mike Wallace trying to stay on the lead lap. That's his problem right there, trying to stay in the lead lap. 12 car gets in, arrow loose, gets sideways. 5's got to check up, and he gets hit in the back by the 60. That's, what do you say? That's typical.
He's just racing hard
to go here. And what has been a slugfest at Bristol, Tennessee.
It's like a 20 car gets up in the wall. A lot of right front damage just then. Eric Amarillo got the right rear toe up.
Slow down. We got right front damage.
Dude, if he's no brakes, he just needs to stay on the racetrack, get down the apron, don't dare try to come down pit road. You know, it does look like Bobby Labonte got a little aggressive with him.
Yeah, he just barely caught the corner of Eric Amarillo.
Right. And again, Labonte's a driver that doesn't do things like this, Andy. He's just a rate of closure.
Stay low.
Yeah, definitely not intentional, I'm sure, on Labonte's part, but contact no left.
Well, right before that happened, I was looking at the lap times.
He's been saying he's been hungry and just wants to win this race.
We see Kyle Busch making a charge here at the end of the race, just like he did last week at Atlanta.
Caution's
After having
caution's out, hand up, hand up, hand up.
And caution this time, it is the 12th time in the 7 car, the Geico.
29 directioning.
Mike Wallace's car have his some front of the final laps. Look again, let's see what happened.
Got one slow up here. Go high, go high, go high, go high, go high.
Well, let's right on board with Mike Wallace. As we head to commercial break, Mike Wallace spins around here and brings out caution number 12. You're watching ESPN. Here's Jack Roush. Roush Fenway owns both of the cars. As you heard Andy Petrie say, 2 laps to go. Final lap, white flag waving that time by for Carl Edwards, trying to hold off the 17 of Matt Kenseth and the 5 of Kyle Busch. Here comes Busch pedaling for all he's worth, but they will not get it done as Carl Edwards takes the victory.